Good evening. It's the Insider's Room NFL first ever NFL live draft show. Joining me right now, we got Bowser. We'll be talking about the draft, breaking down some things. We'll have other Insider's Room personalities stopping in during the draft to give us their views on this. So Bowser, obviously the number one pick is pretty much a no doubt today.
Yeah,
Trevor,
I think without question,
yeah.
without question.
Yeah, and he'll be able to possibly throw to a Tim Tebow in the near future.
I did hear about that. You know what? I think he has the athletic ability to be able to do so. I mean, at least give it a shot and see. Let him go through training camp and stuff, and see if he has what it takes. But yeah, I mean, guy dang near made it in baseball after not playing it for years, so I would definitely give it a shot.
He played baseball. I'm not sure if he dang near made it.
Well, I mean, what do you get, like one at bat in the major leagues?
Yeah, well, anything to sell tickets.
Well, exactly. So he almost played.
So we have Greg the Great joining us. How you doing, Greg?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Good. So I know you always look at these props and way ahead of the curve and get in early. What was your big play for this draft?
Honestly, I had quite a few, but the lines I've never seen such drastic line movements, like volatility in both directions for specific bets, especially for stuff that's like so near the top. But my favorite bet, and I talked about it a lot leading up, was the first. What was actually, I bet it as under 28 and a half picks for Najee Harris, but I also took him to be the first running back to be selected very early on. The line shifted, I think, all the way down to minus 220, 240 for that one. And the 28 and a half, I think, got steamed all the way down to 24 and a half.
Yeah.
But that was my favorite play just because from what I've seen from my eye test, I really think that Najee's fits more of the style that the running backs are for the NFL, and he has a lot more upside in terms of his overall usage ability, because Etienne, even though he's like a better receiver and he could end up being like a Alvin Kamara, like Clinton Portis type of guy, I see Najee being more of like that dual threat immediately, more upside long term, less miles on him. So I just liked him to be the first running back, but there's a lot of bets you can make tonight. There's a lot of money to be made in these markets if you're able to bet them.
Yeah, not if you live in Michigan.
Right.
You know what, Dan? Speaking of it, that was my other bet.
Yeah.
When Greg brought it up, I was ready to jump on that. It didn't say the next morning. I came back and it was at 24 and a half, and I held off. So I did not put that one through, but I definitely like the under 28 and a half.
Yeah, that one is in particular, I think, is really good. And especially after seeing, because you can kind of get a sense of where you're at with the lines, because you can look at it the other angles of the lines, right? Like you can look at all the different props that they give. They'll be like, oh, top, first linebacker picked or first, you know what I mean? You can gauge where you're at based on the other lines. So like that's how you really know like how good of a pick you're making, is like you got to take stock of where all the other lines are, and it helps if you watch the movement, because like you'll get a sense of, and I mentioned it in our chat about how in the NBA draft, like they talked a lot about Lonzo Ball being the number one pick, and anybody that watched a lot of basketball and knows a lot about how these athletes, translate to the game. I don't know. I just felt like Edwards was the guy to be the number one pick, and he ended up, I don't know. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors sometimes, but I think if you just go with your gut more times than not, you'll be right.
So is that what you're seeing tonight, smoke and mirror, on this Mac Jones, Trey Lance situation?
To me, it's like you look at like the past year and how crazy it's been, right? You see all these players that want out of their situations, whether it's because of like contract or money. I think it's more marketability and where teams and cities and markets as a whole are heading, right? That's how I see it. Like I'm thinking more big picture when it comes to that. So I see a lot of like change in general that people want, right? Like just in general, you see like a lot of people moving all over the country and stuff. So I see that kind of taking effect through the NFL, just like it is everywhere else in life. And yeah, we're going to see some crazy stuff. I think, like personally, I think we're going to see some blockbuster type stuff, like similar to like the Eli, not quite the Eli Manning trade, but like I think we're going to see one or two big trades that are going to kind of throw a wrench in at what everyone thought was going to happen.
All right, so who do you think San Francisco is going to take at 3?
I did, I thought it was going to be Mac Jones. I talked about that, like how I bet it at plus money. The one person I thought it could be was Trey Lance. In the back of my mind that I mentioned, Legion kind of talked me off of it because he was like, Trey Lance won't be pick number 3. But I kind of thought Trey Lance would be picked, and as all the chatter has come out, I'm not gonna lie, I now believe that I think Trey is the guy. That was what my gut told me originally, that just like, why would you trade up? I just couldn't see them trading up, and I just think it fits the narrative better. However, there's a lot of reasons why Mac Jones could be the guy. So what do you guys think?
Well, I bet on Mac Jones, so I'm going to ride with Mac Jones. That's kind of where I'm sitting at. The whole situation. I think, the kind of the plug and play system, he's a smart enough guy. Like he's going to do, whatever is being asked at the time. But what's being uncovered here in the entire situation is as time has went on, right, is how much preparation Trey Lance really puts into everything that he does on the actual football field. And so when you are uncovering these things, and then you match it with the performance that he was able to put on the field, then it starts to make you question, well, how good can this guy really be? Because it's not like he's just showing up, putting the laces on and doing what he does on the field. Like he is putting all of the time and the effort behind the scenes that we don't ever see.
Well, since Greg, you said the aforementioned Legion said it's not going to be Trey Lance, we'll let him go.
Yeah, he's got the
he's
Northwest.
got the floor right now.
Yeah, he's got the Northwest intel.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, I think. I'm just not a Trey Lance. I don't know. He's played from a small school, right? What happened to the last North Dakota State quarterback? That entered into the league. He was a bunch of hype, and then look where he went. So it's just one of those things. I just don't believe in that conference for quarterbacks, honestly. Yeah, sure. If he goes to the right team, he can get built up, but that's the problem with a lot of these guys, when you go into the first, 5 teams here that are at the bottom, their upside is good, but they have to be, to the right team, the right coaching staff and things like that to build upon their, upon themselves and their abilities. And so that's why, if San Francisco does take a quarterback here, which to me, I keep going back and forth. It's if you traded these many draft picks and moved up this far in the draft, and then you're going to take, a third QB in the draft, is it really worth the third QB, or should you be taking the best person available, which would be Kyle Pitts, in my opinion? So I think, I like Garoppolo myself. I guess the 49ers just don't believe in him. But to me, if you had Kittle and Pitts on the same deal, that's going to be hard to guard, So I wouldn't mind San Francisco taking Pitts right there, to be honest with you, because I think Pitts is one of those generational talents. But we'll find out. And if they take a QB, I think it's going to be Mac Jones myself. So,
well, the problem with Garoppolo is he just can't stay on the field to throw them the ball.
Well,
I mean, that's the biggest problem with Garoppolo. He just can't stay on the field. He can't stay healthy. So, yeah, you could have, 2 great tight ends and have these weapons, but if you don't have the guy to give him the ball, then it's, what's the point? I think my only thing is that I think Mac Jones' best fit, if he's going to get drafted high, his best fit is San Francisco. I mean, because they won't ask him to do a lot. They like to
Yes.
run the ball. They like to, you can throw to Kittle. I mean, they got some weapons on the outside. They won't ask him to do a lot. They won't ask him to be flinging the ball all over the field. For him personally, I think his best fit would be San Francisco.
Well, and think about what these experts have been saying too here on ESPN. Right there, like Mac Jones, if he doesn't go third, he's falling like far. Right there's no talking this like middle ground. It's like
it's happened to a lot of guys though, right? Like Aaron Rodgers. That happened to Aaron Rodgers the year that he got drafted. People don't remember he dropped to like 26th or whatever it was.
Yeah,
and they just kept showing him on the screen like, when's he gonna get taken? When's he gonna get taken? When's he gonna get taken? It happens to guys. Some of the guys end up being busts. But back to San Francisco, don't you think they want to win now? Like, that's a team that doesn't want to wait to develop a quarterback. Like, when you have like a lot of good defensive pieces right now and a lot of good offensive line pieces and Kittle in his prime. I don't know. I just feel like they want to win now.
But I think that's why they take. I think that's why they take Mac Jones over Trey Lance.
I think I agree to that. And or you trade and you get Rodgers somehow, and you give the Packers that third pick. I think that could be a good shocker there.
Yeah, I agree with you, Legion. Right, 49ers. They called last night and they inquired. Right.
Yep.
Now the news had not broke about Aaron Rodgers being like, "Yo, I ain't coming back." I'm done with you,
no, but they had the pick for a while. And the Rodgers news isn't new though. Like, they could have been dealing behind the scenes the whole time,
Exactly.
For all we know,
we don't even know about it, and it's like, hey, you have to keep this confidential if you want this trade to go through. Kind of. I
mean, I'm willing to bet that since Aaron Rodgers was on Jeopardy, he was pretty much checked out at Green Bay. Yeah. That's what I have to say about that. I was like, wait, that guy was on Jeopardy. I was like, man, this guy's probably been out of that. He's probably already bought a house somewhere. Like,
yeah, he bought a house in the Bay Area already.
Who knows?
And going off stuff, but I also think it might have been a better chance to get the deal done if San Francisco was in the AFC, because that'd really be a kick in the ass if Green Bay gets to the finals and they lose to San Francisco.
Oh, that's my favorite part, guys, where they boo Goodell when he comes out in the draft every single year. Oh, man, that's the best. They boo him every single time.
I'll be back in a second.
No, I'm trying to load the deal up on my tablet here while I'm on the computer, and it's not want to work with me. I should just go through TV, but
I don't want to spoil it because I know I'm ahead of you guys.
I'm on.
I might have to just turn on the dang TV myself out here, but we had a bunch of rain, so it's all waterproofed right now from rain, even though it's under a covered porch. But let's see here. Come on, load. So if the Packers do get the number 3 pick, then who do you think they would take then?
It really, don't you think it so much depends like what the deal they make is? Like, if they're you know what I mean? Like, whoever they're trading with, what they're trying to get, like, from San Francisco, that matters so much in who they would take, because you don't know if they're going to be trying to trade spots or give up something they have, right? So it's it's almost like if that happens, dude, like all those bets are just
because it really depends on what player personnel San Francisco throws into it. But
like if they're going to trade future first round picks and swap spots or whatever, or a second round or whatever, then that's one scenario. But if they're switching personnel, then they're going to be trying to probably fill that void, or knew that they wanted that specific guy for that pick. I don't know. It's a mystery to me. I don't know don't you think it would be weird for San Francisco to trade up that much in advance and then not take a selection like for their team?
Yeah,
like, unless they knew
a Hall of Fame quarterback for the next, say, 3 to 4 years, though, then it's worth it, right? Because that's what the the extent of your first
Yeah,
round.
maybe that's what the
Sure.
Packers maybe. If this is a deal, maybe the Packers told him, "Hey, you better trade up to get this number 3 spot or something, and then we can work out a deal." So if that was told to him, then yeah, you're going to try everything you can to move up in the draft to get Aaron Rodgers, right? Especially like you said, if the 49ers are looking to win this year, then yeah, they're going to have the best potential with Aaron Rodgers versus any quarterback in this draft.
So kind of moving on, do the Patriots move into the top 10? And the other one was the Saints.
No, the
Saints trying to get to
Patriots
the top
stay
10.
at 11. I think the Patriots are just stuck there.
I guess my thing. I guess it depends who San Francisco takes at 3. Because if they don't take Mac Jones at 3, as Greg was saying, a lot of people think he's going to fall. So I think that if he doesn't go 3, I think the Patriots can sit where they are.
Yeah,
That's
it's
true.
looking like that.
You
Well,
know,
I mean, you have to consider who else would take a QB or trade up, I guess. Most teams won't trade up, though. They usually the asking price is usually pretty high to trade up in drafts, right?
and never count out the Bears.
Yeah.
You never count out the Bears. They're sitting there. Yeah. Here's what I got for it. Chase, over under 5.5.
I think under. Personally, I know most people don't, or a lot of people don't.
Well, I got over at plus 260. I thought just taking a flyer on that.
Well, I think if there's a flyer you're going to take, that probably has the most. Like that one has a lot of different ways you can win it.
I honestly think the Bengals are going to take him, even though the Bengals need an offensive tackle.
No, that's my only thing.
That's at 5,
why.
right?
Yeah, that's at 5.
Yeah. The big
No.
debate is: are they going to get, the big offensive lineman from Oregon, right? Or are they going to go with him? That's the big question.
Yeah.
Right. And I at plus 260, I'm not saying I'd throw thousands on it or hundreds, but at plus 260, that would be one chance I'd take. Because to be honest, Cincinnati, I mean, they need to protect Burrow, and if you could just get a big stud out there, I mean, Chase is good, and it'd be good for having somebody like that to throw to. But if he's always going to be on his back, or if he's going to get,
I think Burrow's a hell of a quarterback. I don't.
Unbelievable.
Truth be told, is like I don't think he needs a top receiver. You just give him an average receiver, and I think he's going to make him look good, kind of thing. So
what's all the hype then? Is it because they have the connection, like from LSU?
I think that's that connection. Yeah.
Yeah, the chemistry, because I mean that does help a little bit. Like when you guys have tendencies as a QB.
But my deal is, man, you can honestly find some good linemen in the second and third rounds. It happens year after year where people just find these offensive linemen. Like the one OU lineman, Brown, I don't know if it was last year, a couple years ago there. He was supposed to be in the top, in the first round. And he went, I think, late in the second round, early third round. And now look at him. He's protecting Patrick Mahomes. That's probably the best job you can think about doing right now. And so you can find these stud guys that are later in the round. So I'm not.
Well,
really
you can, of course. Yeah. But I mean,
but is the Bengals personnel smart enough to find that person?
For everyone they find, there's like probably. Yeah, I agree with you. You can find it, but the problem is for everyone you can find, there's, I'm telling you from the Lions standpoint. I mean, they can't even find him in the first round. So
but wouldn't you say if history's repeating itself, like almost every single draft, like a top O lineman goes in the top 5 picks, almost every single draft, it almost always happens. So I guess either the class that is good this year, or there's just other people that are getting valued higher.
You just haven't seen a quarterback carousel like this ever before in the history of the sport. So many teams wanting and needing quarterbacks, or just change of scenery, right?
Yeah.
Stafford, Goff, Wentz, right? was everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's also because like the way the NFL is now, like it's like if you don't have a star QB, right, like someone that's either good or on the up and up, it's like they weed you out of the league so fast now. Like it's like you have to be like, you know how like the NBA has like the superstars, like you have to grow into that now in the NFL to be a QB since like you're the leader of the team. You can't suck like, like you can't get away with playing poorly like Sam Darnold.
He might be all right this season.
Yeah, right. Go ahead, speak, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think him being with Adam Gase didn't help him out any. Look what Tannehill did when he left Gase.
He also wasn't good with any other coach that he had, though.
2 general managers, and how many head coaches did he have in his 3 or 4 years? How many different places? How many different systems did he have to learn?
Just watch him play. That's all I have to say.
I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be decent. I think he's gonna have a good year.
I think Zach Wilson's gonna look like Darnold.
I mean,
well, yeah, because who's protecting him?
Yeah,
and who do they have to throw to? Who do they have to run the ball? Just because you change a quarterback doesn't make the offense is still the same.
That's right.
Things around him are still the same.
And Zach Wilson will have a hard time being highly productive in the league unless he turns into like a Drew Brees type of a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's got to turn into that type of level of like intangibles of reading the line, accuracy. Otherwise, he'll never be like winning playoff games. So he doesn't have the other skill sets that you need.
And Legion, you mentioned Orlando Brown, and that trade to being traded to Kansas City a few days ago or last week. There's a guy I was listening to on Sports Grid. He said like the biggest bet he made before that trade happened, he had like $4,000 or $6,000 down on over 6.5 linemen taken in the first round. And then he said after that trade, he said he was trying to find a way to get out part of it because everybody figured Kansas City was going to take an offensive lineman there.
Yep.
So that's the thing about these. Some like I was saying earlier, like a lot of these bets, and as Greg was pointing out, like the Najee Harris bet. If a lot of these bets, if you don't get them early, then they change drastically. Right, but that's the one the guy thought he had great value, and then they make that trade, and he was like, "Well,
out the window that goes."
Yeah, because I'm just looking today. It's like this. It's still sitting at 6.5, but now it's juiced to the under. So
yeah, there's no real way to track the line movement. So like, unless you pay attention to it, like I don't know of any way to actually track it for these types of things. So. And it's very important to track to like actually gain an edge.
Yeah, you just take a screenshot or something of when the lines first come out. You wait a day or two, see where they're at, and then hopefully make your selection then. And then you just look now, and you're like, okay, what did I do good or I do bad on some of these lines? But
that's a good idea. I'll start actually taking some screenshots because like I try to remember them basically.
Yeah, that's what I do with tennis. Honestly, on some tennis matches because I'll a couple days before, take the screenshot and wait and see where the line's moving, see where I'm liking it, and then see if I've made a good decision or not. So that kind of helps with that because there's really no way to really track that either. So
yeah, especially if you do it after like you track your leans like as you do that and like then mark like grade them at the end. You can actually see like over time where you're good and where you're bad.
So do we think Devontae Smith is going to go ahead of Waddle?
Waddle.
Or Waddle, I mean. Yep.
The numbers don't look good.
I mean, I think so. I mean, personally, I would say – because this is the problem with this year's draft, really, right? I mean, there's no team doctors involved in checking these players out and stuff like that. Limited workout situations and stuff. And so – you're just really going off of, a lot of game film, and so a guy like Waddle, you're just hoping that he's going to be fine. And, and things like that. And obviously, he was an extreme talent, before he got injured there. But yeah, I think you're going to take a risk on that one.
Honestly, I think Smith's hand injury, I think Smith, I think that impact of that hand injury is a lot bigger, and it hurt his draft stock, and people aren't talking about it, but it actually hurt him bad.
Yeah.
Well, I hope somebody gets him before the Eagles pick.
Why? You don't like him? I think he's.
No,
I think he's really
I don't
good.
want him. They go for the same kind of wide receivers every year, and they all stink. They all stink.
I don't know.
Jalen Reagor or Sega Whiteside. Well, I guess Deshaun Jackson was good, but those are the kinds of guys they like to draft, wide receiver wise.
Yeah, but I don't know if I can compare those two with Devontae Smith.
Yeah, did you watch a lot of him in college though, right? Because he, to someone talk about passing the eye test. I know he had Najee and these other guys opening things up so much for him, but that guy, they knew that the ball was going to him and they couldn't cover him. He's one of those guys, and he's undersized. It's really amazing.
Rossman, I agree with you. I think the Lions. I don't know if they're going to land Smith, but I think that they're going to take. I think they're going to take a wide receiver there at their pick 7 there. They got Goff here, and they're paying him quite a bit of money. That'll carry them through for the next 2 to 3 years. But I think now's their opportunity to go ahead and land a really good top receiver, because Kaiser and I were talking about it. They lost Marvin Jones Jr. They lost Galladay. Who do they have for receivers right now? So, yeah, man, I think you're right with that. I think they go receiver there.
Rossman, I hope you're wrong. If they take Smith at 7, Rossman, don't come talk to me tomorrow, because I will not be happy.
Oh, man, they should trade out at 7.
Yeah, I'd be up for that. They may. I know the Saints are looking to move in the top 10.
Yeah, I think that's the area where you're going to see a trade, right? Somewhere in those after these few picks and up to pick 10.
The Lions can land Smith at 7.
No, but...
Well, did you guys see the first pick?
Oh wow, they took it.
Yeah.
They took it early. They did not let that clock get all the way down.
Well, I mean, he's already converted his salary to Bitcoin.
Was that him? That is
Trevor
insane.
Lawrence. I think he wasn't the guy. A tight end did, but Trevor Lawrence. He has taken an endorsement deal from some small cryptocurrency company. So he definitely is a crypto guy, or at least taking the money from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, some type of endorsement deal where some of his endorsement money that he's making from them will be paid in crypto.
Yeah, they always do that.
That it's it continues in the direction it's going. I think there was some other guy NFL for the entire 2021 what season check that he's going to make. He wants it all converted to cryptocurrency.
I'll pass on the cryptocurrency.
Decentralized finance. It's coming, boys. Get ready.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Good luck to him.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's definitely for the younger generation. I've talked to a lot of people about it, and if you talk to anybody that's about under the age of 35, I would say, for the most part, they're not that hesitant about it. But you talk to most people that are over 35, they're, for the most part, either hesitant or, skeptical, that sort of thing.
Just have Zach's mom.
So you guys like Zach Wilson, though, as a QB? Do you think he actually has potential?
No.
No?
I
No.
actually do. I like him a little bit. I don't think he's going to be
I think he's decent.
Yeah, I think he's actually going to be I think he will be a starter in the NFL. It's
wasn't he at BYU for 6 years?
He
That
was.
long?
He
No,
was.
didn't he like? But I thought like when he was a freshman, he was really good, and then he like hurt his knee or something, and a couple of
forget.
times, and then he went. And then he go on mission for 2 years.
No, that was a quarterback from like a year
he's-
ago. Or whatever.
he's
That was
21.
like 27 or whatever, still playing.
No, he's 21. That can't be true.
Yeah, Zach Wilson's too young.
He played in 3 bowl games, and he was the MVP in all 3. That's pretty good. Not that they were big bowls by any means, but 56 touchdowns and 15 interceptions over his 3-year college career, with 33 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in his most recent best year. He had 10 rushing touchdowns, so I guess he does run a little bit more than you'd
Yeah,
think.
he's gonna have
Get
to for his life.
crushed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna
all
get
right.
crushed.
He's
Yeah,
gonna be
He
running for
is.
his
He
life.
can't run. He can't run. Man. He's gonna, like I said, he's gonna have to be Drew Brees to
He's
succeed.
gonna be running for his life.
Look, I don't have much hope for him this year.
No.
No.
Nothing's changed.
Absolutely
Take
not.
He'll be
Darnold
better
out
than Sam
and then
Darnold.
Put Wilson
Period.
in.
Well, that's true.
Statement. Take it to the bank.
I don't know. We can talk about that at the end of the year.
And we can talk about that at the end of their careers and laugh a lot. But yeah, I think he was another one of those guys when I watched him play in college, Zach Wilson, that I really like. I was like, this guy can play. They're like, you know how some QBs can see guys down the field, like they have eyes on the sides of their heads and stuff like that. He's one of those guys that has really, really like great vision while like maneuvering in the pocket.
Yeah. He throws missiles too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what Darnold went to Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, all he's gonna have to do is throw those little 2 or 3 yard little flare passes
To McCaffrey.
to McCaffrey, and he'll go for 60. He'll get some huge yards.
Sure. This is the one way that Darno can turn his stats around to maybe he can have like an 80 QBR by the end of his career. Especially they'll be losing a lot of games probably, so it'll be a lot of dump offs and garbage time where they rack up the stats, you know?
Oh, there you go.
The Jets are the worst organization, man.
They certainly are.
You can always feel better about your
They're
franchise.
down there. There are a few teams, the Bengals, Lions. Yeah, you got to throw all them into one pot.
Yeah, well,
For what?
you don't really have to mention the
Bad
Lions.
organizations.
That's just a given. You know,
Look,
you
buddy,
open it.
if Burrow's playing next year, you better believe I'll be betting on the Bengals spread every time, because that man backdoor covered every single game.
Roseman said he thinks he's Johnny Manziel 2.0.
Yeah, except for,
Wilson?
Yeah.
except for he's Mormon, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, there's no way he's gonna be partying like that.
No. I mean, he might be like, if you're talking tangibles, right, of the game, then yeah, it's highly comparable. But
Hey.
very, very, very different.
But you forget Jim McMahon went to BYU.
No surprises yet.
Jim McMahon went to BYU, and
Steve Young went to BYU too.
Oh, he's there?
I'm saying McMahon was more closer to Manziel than a Mormon.
No, I don't think he's not going to be as bad as Manziel. He's not like going to be out of the league that quickly.
No.
He's going to be developed into a
Hey, unless he gets his back broken this first year.
But I mean, there's a lot. I feel like so many guys get drafted, and you're like, oh yeah, these guys. He'll eventually be a good, but in reality, very few end up being like actual starters long term in the NFL.
Especially quarterbacks.
Short life cycle.
All right, so here's the kind of pick we've kind of been waiting for. Here's the one with a little bit of drama.
Yeah, they're on the clock.
Yep.
When did it become 7.5 minutes? Has it always been 7.5?
I thought it was like longer.
It used to be 10, I think.
The first pick was 10 minutes.
And then they shortened it in the later rounds, in the 4 to 7 or whatever it was.
To the 5 or whatever?
Yeah, like lessen the time as it got in one of the later, like on the next day or whatever. But maybe they lessened it because it's all remote now. Everything's done through Bitcoin now, so they can just
It's fast.
Get the picks through quicker.
Well, this was the high debate right here, right? Pick number 3. What was going to happen?
Yeah, there's a lot of money.
Well,
a lot of people.
It looked like it was Mac Jones for a while, but now I'm not so sure.
Think about how much money Vegas made off of this pick, because you had people picking on Mac Jones, Fields, and Lance. So pretty much no matter what, they're making money, and then all the other people taking flyers. Like, they killed it.
Yeah, and I was listening. Like I said, I was listening to like they had a guy on Sports Grid or from one of the books or whatever, and they were saying, 5 years ago or whatever, you might be able to make a bet on, who's going to get drafted first or who's going to get drafted here or there or whatever, and they just said, the last 2 or 3 years it's just exploded with like Ian Book is he going to go over 207 or under 207.5 in a draft status? I mean, it's just crazy what they offer now.
It is,
and I get offered nothing.
Yeah,
Pennsylvania.
No, I was talking to Bowser about this before he went on the air. I said, I was looking at these picks and I was thinking about them last week, and I didn't do anything about it. And I went looking today just to kind of have something to talk to for the show or whatever. And I found out I can't even bet him in Michigan.
Yeah.
So
you're with me. It's horrible.
You can
I've been waiting for him to come out and nothing.
Just go an offshore. Get an offshore account somewhere.
Yeah.
Bet him. Bovada, Bet Online.
I probably don't know what Indiana is. I probably could have drove to Indiana. But then now that I'm established in Michigan, I just don't want to hassle going to trying to keep switching books.
Oh my God, they're showing the Jets first round QB draft history. Don't show it. It's so ugly.
Yeah, Ross, we talked about a little bit about the trade of Rodgers going to San Francisco. It was not knowing what was going to be offered. It's hard to tell. Were the Packers asking for a couple of their defensive players also? Yeah, without knowing the specifics, it's hard to say. But if San Francisco actually wanted to win now, if they could put something together, I think probably would have been a good trade for them. Well, supposedly there's only 2 people that know what this pick is going to be, and that's Shanahan and Lynch. Supposedly they didn't even tell the assistants or the scouts or anything.
It does make it seem like right now they're gonna be taking Lance or Mac Jones though. But yeah, I think that you can't assume a trade like the Rodgers deal. It's like those types of things. Like, how often do we just speculate like a player is gonna get traded off of news like that? And the point that Rossman made is true. Like, the tag price and those types of deals is usually so high, and they're complicated because there's like cap penalties with like the way the NFL salaries are structured. Makes things trickier.
Oh, here's one. Justin Fields, over or under 7.5.
He might be right here.
Well,
You're crazy.
yeah, but Mike's don't answer the question.
I was thinking Patriots trade up with Detroit and they take Justin Fields at number 7.
Yeah.
So that would be under, but I don't think that's happening.
No way. You think Belichick wants to coach Fields?
No, I think he wants to coach Mac Jones.
Yeah, I agree. A quarterback like Mac Jones. I don't think he likes Cam. It's almost like he's forced to have him. Like,
Well, he is forced to have him.
yeah.
That's the situation he's in.
Yeah, it's really just it's like this is the best we can do to, keep things going.
I read something. Who knows how true it is, but that basically the Patriots were talking to Garoppolo about restructuring his contract so they could trade for him.
Oh, yeah, I saw that in the Discord today.
That's where I saw. Okay,
that would make sense because then they would have traded like they got their QB and then they deal Garoppolo whenever they want.
Where did they pick? 15th? Patriots?
Yeah, right now.
Is that? No, I think it's before that.
No, 15.
15. Yep.
That's a good spot to be in a draft like this. There's so many good players that will fall right in that sweet spot, but because if you get like the 15th pick, you can get like the best, safety, the best like of a specific position.
Maybe you can maybe get Miko Parsons there.
Yeah.
These next 2 picks are actually kind of rather interesting.
Trey Lance it is, boys.
Because if Atlanta stays at 4, who do they really take at that spot? Do they take Fitz? Take Fitz, right?
You got it.
Then, that would be one hell of an offense. Tell you
I think Belichick may have just started smiling.
Huh?
I think Belichick might have just started smiling. I think he thinks he can probably get Jones now without even doing anything.
You probably can. Who else is looking for a quarterback now?
Denver. Maybe Denver. Maybe your Eagles.
No, if we draft a quarterback, I am gonna be so mad. I'm gonna flip out. I am gonna flip out.
All right, so Legion, does he sit or does he start right away?
Oh, Trey Lance?
He didn't even play last year, did he?
Man, yeah, I don't think he's going to start right game 1. I don't think so, nope.
Right?
Unless they trade Garoppolo. If they trade Garoppolo, then obviously he's going to. But at this rate, Garoppolo is probably going to sit there, and then if Garoppolo sucks 3 or 4 games, he gets hurt, and then Lance will get his time to shine. But yeah.
Man, he was like plus 1,000 too, or 10-1, like not too long ago.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be that's gonna be one of those ones you look back on in a couple years, and that's a bust right there.
Is it gonna be a Trubisky trade? Is it gonna be a Trubisky pick?
Yeah.
I don't know why they moved up to do that.
I think that's going to be the new thing now when you trade up to get a quarterback that sucks. It's just going to be a Trubisky.
It's the Trubisky.
I agree. That one's terrible.
Yeah, yep. San Francisco back in 2021 pulled a Trubisky.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bummer for me, but it's okay. We still can come out on top.
Well, honestly, if you're the Falcons, you could take Mac Jones because how do you really rely on Matty Ice to get it done for you? A couple more years, or
yes.
You think so?
If I'm Atlanta, I either get picked or I trade out of here. And I don't worry about a quarterback till next year's draft. You heard about them trying to trade Julio Jones?
Yeah, I didn't hear about
trading block.
Yeah, yeah, I heard. I heard they'd listen. Yeah.
So I mean, you're either trying to win or you have to break the whole thing up. I don't think that division is going to be too strong, other than the Buccaneers. So I mean, Atlanta, they could be a wild card team next year.
So, right, Cape, I saw you posted that the White Sox game got postponed.
Yeah, the second one.
Why?
Got rained out.
Shit. It must have just started raining after the last one finished.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that the other one.
I watched the other one. I watched the other one. They didn't say anything about rain. They said, the game will be starting in 30 minutes.
Well, maybe they're playing. I saw it on Fantasy Labs.
Well, maybe. I believe you. I know. I'm just kind of surprised because Chicago pulled that one out. They covered on the run line. And then, they were talking, we'll see you in 30 minutes. And
what was that? Rodon pitching?
Yeah. So then I turned it on the draft and I wasn't paying any attention. And then I saw that you posted it was postponed.
Yeah, I'll look right now.
Well, I believe you. I don't
know. Cubs
are up. I was just like, we'll be starting in 30 minutes. I'm like, all right, I'll tune in later.
Yeah, they're postponed. The first one they won 3-1, and then it's delayed, not postponed.
Okay. Wow.
But yet it says 61 and sunny.
Yeah, Greg. I don't know if you got this, but DraftKings offered 50% boost on both games of this doubleheader with the White Sox and Tigers.
Yeah, they didn't give that to us.
So I took both of them. I took the White Sox on both of them on the run line.
That's a good one.
So I got the first one. I figured all I needed to do was split, and I got the first one. So
that's pretty nice. You know what DraftKings gave me? They gave me a boost on the first 5 picks for Lawrence, Wilson, Mac Jones, Pitts, Chase. It was like plus 450 or something they gave.
Hey, you're gonna miss it by one because of the 49ers.
Yeah, the 49ers. This was a freaking a classic Vegas job right here. they steamed up they steamed up the Mac Jones, and then literally on SportsCenter last night they're still talking Mac Jones. Then this morning and the whole day, Trey Lance just gets steamed the entire day.
That's what it is. Media hypes these guys up.
Yeah.
So, hey, right, Cape, what happened to your Phillies today?
I was at work. I didn't watch it, but I was in a car coming home when it was a freaking walk-off wild pitch.
Yeah, exactly. I told you, every weird play that's happened this whole year, I've been on the losing side, and we'll chalk this up to another one.
I like the Cardinals. I didn't bet them. I didn't bet either side. But yeah, it's a bad loss. Then Roman Quinn caught a home run and threw it over the fence.
Well, it's the story of my baseball year so far. Well, I don't know if you guys saw yesterday that play in the Milwaukee game. The ball hit down the line, and the pitcher picks it up and tosses it underhand to first base, and the guy's out by like 20 feet, 15 feet, and the ump called interference.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Took the out away, gave him first base. 2 wild pitches later, they score a run, and I told Right Cape, I posted, I said that run right there was going to cost me the under. and I thought I had under 7.5. Luckily, I had under 8, and it ended up 6-2. So yeah, I got a push instead of a win because some umpire. And I heard a great thing on ESPN or Major League Baseball channel. The guy said, one of the announcers said, yeah, the umpire was probably staying up late last night reading the rule book and said, "Oh, I didn't know about this rule. This one looks interesting. Let's see if I can call it today.
Let's try it out.
Let's see if I get a chance to call it."
There was an article. There was an article written about that bad call, like within like an hour of it happening online.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy. Like I had never seen that before. It was like they were already talking about how bad it was all over the internet.
Yeah, it's just, and like, you know, the funny thing is, you know, the pitcher throws at the first base, he throws it back to the pitcher's walking to the mound, and he's turning around going, "What?" He had no idea. It was just stupid. It was just and the funny thing is, if he would have just turned around and stood right in the baseline, he would have tagged him. So it was just a crazy, stupid play. Stupid call. All right, so you think Pitts is going here?
Yeah, Pitts went 4.
Oh, did he go 4? All right, I missed it. Been too busy talking about baseball stuff.
This is the interesting one coming up next.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against them taking that wide receiver right here. I would not be against that at all. And then them knowing if they, found an offensive lineman, in the second or third round here, I would not be against that pick at all. But they got some good wide receivers. I mean, the problem is Green, though. I think his time's done. He's got too much turf toe going on every year. It seems like.
I tell you, being a Detroit fan, I hope they draft Chase because no, that will leave Sewell for the Lions at 7, and then I'll be able to see if the Lions have if this front office has any idea, or if I'm just back to the Quinn Trisha era, they just draft shit.
Yeah, well, you find out.
I mean, I think like every radio station I listen, or the station I listen to out of Detroit, that's their thing. They either want him to trade out of this pick, or draft Sewell. They don't want a wide receiver. Yeah, Goff could be decent, but if they have nobody to block for him, if they have nobody to be able to run the ball, then again, it's just going to be. Who knows if he'll last the season? He'll end up with a broken back like Stafford.
So. The Bengals, do they go offensive lineman now? The Pitts isn't there?
They should. They should.
Or they're going to go receiver here.
That's what we're saying.
They're gonna go receiver, but
I think they are too. But it's not going to be.
I'm not going to be against them going receiver as long as they go offensive lineman second, third round or something.
Could you imagine though if you take offensive lineman and Jamar Chase is like freaking like the best like receiver since
receiver?
Yeah. Like they'll really regret it, especially having Burrow.
Yeah.
I watch Metcalf be good all the time. That's who I wanted. And we got JJ Arcega-Whiteside.
Yeah.
We got Metcalf though.
Yeah, we got him. That's right. We got him. That's right.
And he's a hell of a player, let me tell you.
He is. Well, same thing. Justin Jefferson last year.
Oh my God, that kid's unreal. He's nice. He's real nice.
Yeah.
I like him.
That's who I wanted. We got Jalen Reagor. Maybe he could be good, but he hasn't done anything.
Oh my God, Justin Jefferson's like the freaking prototype, like for a great wide receiver.
Yep.
So the thing you like about Chase is he's like one of those receivers that can just he's not going to like burn someone down the field and like on every play, but he's just going to create separation like freaking Reggie Wayne and like those guys that just know how to get separation.
I think he's going to be like an Anquan Bolden kind of guy, honestly. Just sure hand, third down option, off on the sideline. I think that's where he's going to end up.
All right, boys, the pick is in. ESPN just gotta make some money off these commercials, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. I'm just watching a little bit of baseball over here because I got money on the Red Sox today.
But yeah,
Yeah,
put a-
I'm on the Rangers.
I'm on the
Oh, you're on
Rangers.
the Rangers.
I'm on the Rangers' first 5.
what's the score?
It's 0-0.
I think I got the Red Sox by shutout.
Wow, that's a good
It
one.
might. I had the Red Sox
I bet
yesterday.
like plus
So
1400 or something.
Oh,
there you go. It might happen.
I
For
didn't
some
throw-
reason,
I
the
didn't throw a
Rangers
lot
can't
on it.
score, and they can't score at Globe Life. Yet they go to Kansas City, they hit the ball all over the place. Anaheim.
wait for that. Let's see here. Yeah, it's going to the bottom of the third on that Red Sox game.
I had the Red Sox last night at plus 235.
Yeah, I seen that.
I
Yeah.
cashed that one.
I thought you did, Rye. I thought you did.
I had to.
Yeah.
I saw it. I was like, come on.
Come on, it's worth
Come
a shot.
on.
DeGrom
It
was due
is.
for a loss too. You know the Mets can't score runs for him.
They didn't score any at all.
Yeah, the Mets don't deserve DeGrom. He just needs to go somewhere on a winning team. Let's be honest.
It's so
I have been saying that this whole time. My God, that was a perfect example of why he needs to leave that team.
It's so funny. ESPN keeps like burning the Mets on him too, and they'll just keep showing stats like DeGrom has better hitting stats than his entire team, like in his starts. Like it's like what? Like how's that possible?
Yeah,
I think I heard today he's lost 33 games when he's given up 1 or 0 runs.
yeah.
It's
Brutal.
It's brutal. It's also a product of how the game is called when he pitches, because if you watch how the game's called, like it is kind of hard to get a hit off of him, and that does kind of translate a little bit over to the other side when the other pitcher comes out, and that's why you see like the thing about DeGrom is like his totals are usually 6.5 or 7, right? Almost every single time, especially when he's pitching at Mets Stadium. So. And if you actually look at the history of DeGrom's pitches, like over-unders on his first 5s, they're like over 60% to the under, even with those ridiculously 3.5, like, low totals. So, you know, take what you want of that. Like, it's scary betting them, but they hit more times than they don't.
Didn't hit yesterday.
It didn't, but go look at this season. I bet you it hit almost every single other game he pitched in, if not every game.
I mean, that bullpen doesn't help him either. So
No, but I was talking about the first 5 specifically. The unders on his first 5.
Well, the NBA live bet game.
Then that would have hit yesterday.
Does it show what the Bengals took yet?
Yeah, they
Well,
took Chase.
They did take Chase yet.
That freaking helps me out because I hedged off on my stupid Mac Jones pick with the first 5 correct with Trey Lance as the 3rd.
Wait, who'd they take? They took who?
Chase. They took
I'm just seeing it coming in now.
All right, that's good. That sets up for me for an epic anti-Detroit rant coming up soon. So
Yeah, you might want to see it.
Well, there you go, Legion. There's your answer, Chase.
Yeah.
And based on the outfit, he's trying to be the next Antonio Brown.
There we go.
Well, hope not.
well,
Well, yeah, but wasn't that Burrow's boy though?
yeah.
Chase?
Yeah.
Well, then
One of them, anyway.
I guess you can't fully argue this pick then, given the chemistry to come in right away and already have that pre-built chemistry. And who else? They got Boyd and who's the other receiver that they have?
AJ Green.
No, he's on a different team.
Did he actually move on?
Yeah, he got it.
AJ
You gotta
Green
sign
went
with
to Cardinals?
Oh, good, because he had turf toe all the time, so he was worthless anyway.
I'm blanking on the.
But is Burrows playing?
He will. What did he get
How many
injured? Like halfway
games?
through the season?
Yeah.
It should be close.
What do they need?
But I mean,
I don't know. I would have
long
grabbed
term.
the offensive lineman.
So who's Miami taking then?
Probably Sewell.
No, they're gonna take a wide receiver
They'll
too.
take a
Yeah,
wide
I think they're
receiver.
going offensive
I
weapon.
hope not.
Yeah.
They'll go probably Waddle. I think they should go Smith, but
I think they should go Smith myself too, but yeah. We'll see on that one.
Well, yeah, put it back with Tua, right?
yeah.
But I was saying that yeah, for the NBA game for live betting tonight, I'll probably be looking at the Nuggets there to get a better line on them than -5.
I have them at money line to close out a really nice freaking parlay.
Oh, there you go.
Who are they playing?
They're playing the Raptors.
Well, that's assuming the Nets don't lose, which they were up a lot heading into the fourth quarter. So
Oh, they're up by 9. You're good.
a 9-0 run to start the fourth doesn't help your 18-point lead, though.
No.
Wait, that game just starts, the Nuggets?
No, that game starts at well, yeah, about
9:15.
5 minutes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a 9 o'clock game. I do like the Nuggets, though. I really like the one thing I like in the NBA is I like betting the team that has the MVP front runner. A lot of times, if you look at like the team that has the MVP front runner will oftentimes like bounce back, like and at least.
And is Jokic actually going to get that, to be honest, because he deserves it. But
Yeah, he's gonna get it.
Like
You bought me a live NBA the other day.
I can
Did
tell
you
you
tell
right
me the
now,
Hornets?
yeah,
I
the
got-
Hornets, yeah.
I got
Yeah.
Jokic at 30
I don't bet
to
NBA.
1 to
I don't bet
the
NBA.
I don't.
And
I don't touch it.
I can cash my Jokic ticket out for like 85% of the value right now. Like
Oh,
80%.
nice.
Like, so I'm letting it ride, like for at least now, like I'm letting it ride. And holy crap, I just opened up my FanDuel, Dan.
Yeah.
FanDuel has live betting on the draft.
Oh, come on. Don't rub it in. Jesus Christ.
That's not my fan, though.
He's
Yeah,
rolling.
This is degenerate. I'm freaking feeling like,
Hey.
are you kidding me? I could have been on this the whole time?
I
Hey,
figured
hey,
that they'd at least throw us a boost or something, but nothing. We don't get nothing. I get a message that says that you can't bet on the draft. Sorry.
All
dude.
right. Who should I take to be the 10th overall
Well,
pick?
but
Patrick
Bowser said, asked me why. Is it because the whole college can't bet on college player props?
Yeah.
But they're not in college anymore.
It's considered. That's what it's considered. College player.
I
props.
didn't know. I was just guessing, but
That is why it is. But yeah, I didn't know till I went searching and none of my books offered it. And then a couple of days later, I got a message on my FanDuel saying that no, you cannot bet this because you live in the state of Pennsylvania.
all right. I figure that's right. That's why I kind of gasped, but I just thought it was stupid.
So, who do you think goes here?
Waddle.
I think Smith. I think Smith goes.
I hope it's Smith. I wanted to grab Smith, but I for some reason I just think it's going to be Waddle.
You're talking 3 potential wide receivers in a row here?
Oh, I hope not. God, I hope not.
So
well, the Lions are stupid enough.
Right cap. Was I doing a show with you when I ended up throwing my magazine across the room?
Yes.
Yeah, so I could get worse.
I think
Stay tuned,
one of the receivers is going to fall to like the 11 spot, I think. Oh, wow, it is Waddle. So I'm curious what you guys think is going to happen in the 9-10 picks. When
who's 9?
So it's
Denver.
Broncos, then the
9
Cowboys.
is Denver Broncos, Cowboys.
That's like where it gets really interesting.
I guess. Well, let's see what happens at 7, maybe 8. Let's see if New Orleans trades up.
No big surprises, though. In all honesty,
Because New Orleans wants to get in the top 10. Because I think obviously, if they're going to get up there because they want a cornerback, I think they're going to get up there to get Surtain before Dallas does.
You know what's so crazy about? You think they'll try to scoop Surtain before the 10th pick?
Well, they want a cornerback.
The Saints?
Yeah. They want a cornerback, so if they're going to trade in the top 10, it's got to be for that.
Surtain to be the 10th overall pick is like minus 125 on FanDuel right now.
Yeah.
So who picks 11?
Giants.
Oh, all right. So Sewell might fall to the Eagles.
Well, here's the point. There's a guy, the guy I listen to out of the Detroit radio station at like 2:00. He went to Michigan State, and he's out of Detroit, so he's got to cover all the Detroit things. But he's also a Giants fan because he grew up in New York. You talk about somebody that's like he doesn't have a chance because he sits there and bitches all the time about the Giants, and then he's got to cover Detroit. So he covers 2 inept organizations. It's just hilarious listening to him going on these rants, and he hates Gettleman. He hates Gettleman with a passion.
Yeah, we have some guys in Philly who are from Boston, so sometimes we had to hear that Boston crap.
Oh, pick is in for Detroit.
That was quick.
Could be a trade.
I don't know. Line's kind of garbage, so I kind of expected garbage decision to come.
No, yeah, I know. Well, mate, you're preaching to the choir. You act like you've never seen me on any of these shows before.
So do we think the Cowboys are going to take defense at 10, or is Jerry Jones just going to, be offense like he usually is?
I mean, if they don't take defense, I don't know what the hell they're doing. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
They have to.
They could get a wide receiver too.
They don't need it, though. Didn't they just sign Cooper longer? They don't need it.
Man, doesn't that tell you, though, that injury on Devonta Smith hurt his draft stock?
Yeah.
Such a shame, man. It's such a shame. That was such a serious hand.
Yeah. No, it's a shame that he's going to end up having to go to Detroit. That's the shame. And it's not because I don't want him. It's just a shame because I want him to go to any other team but Detroit, just because I just feel sorry for him having to go play in Detroit. So you don't have to worry. Can't feel bad for an offensive lineman playing in Detroit because who cares? They just go sit in the trenches and beat up people.
I think the Panthers select that offensive lineman from Oregon right here. They'd be smart if they did.
Yes, they would.
Whoever gets him is going to be happy, I think.
Drop to 12, baby.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to make it down that far, but.
All right, boys, I actually have to dip out of here, but awesome chilling with you guys.
All right.
And I will hopefully talk to you guys really soon.
That sounds good.
All right, enjoy, yeah. Peace, man.
Pick's been in for a while.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They don't even know what they're doing, probably.
Hey, Legion, I added Sakari to the tennis card
No, you
tomorrow.
did?
Yeah,
Well, her line just kept creeping up, man. It was minus
minus-
180 to start. Now it's like 200 or something.
Yeah, no, I took the -3.5 because the total was set at 20.5. So I said,
Yep.
okay, what you're telling me is this is gonna be finished in 2 sets. So if it's gonna be finished in 2 sets, give me Sakari and the -4 or -3.5. So
Yeah,
if you
no,
went
that makes
6-4,
sense.
6-4, you cash out.
That's right. No, makes sense, buddy.
Add that to the card, and then I think I added what was it? Osaka to under 18.5. Added that.
Yeah, I seen that. Yep.
Yeah, I like that. I like that spot there.
Well, the problem with the overs that we have for tomorrow, all the matches went under today except one. It looked like so. Maybe tomorrow's for the over. I don't know, but that's a little
There was a
On that-
lot more. I think there was a lot. There was a lot of like lopsided matches on Thursday. There's a lot more competitive matches and competitive lines here on Friday that you're going to be seeing.
Well, I sure hope it's going to be competitive, man, because my 2 last picks today, man, they both let me down. I was thinking one of them was going to do something, but they both just terrible. And Mardik, man, she's just a fade. Just not even – them's going to get against her. Good God.
They pick you. You watch it live or you streaming?
I'm
Watch
streaming. So.
I guess I would say I'm streaming as well.
Oh, he's clapping, so it must be a good one.
I have hope once again in the Detroit Lions organization, at least for today.
I mean, spit it out. Who cares?
Sewell.
Okay.
All right.
So you still got Fields and Mac Jones as far as quarterbacks on the table. You got Smith. You got all the defensive players still.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we got Carolina. So what do you think here then? Because the lineman's gone, so you don't.
Yeah, that would have been a steal for the Panthers right there. So since he's gone, I mean, the Panthers could use some defense right here too, but
and for all like all the people watching on Twitch or YouTube or Facebook or any of the other channels, if you're posting things in chat, I'm sorry, I'm not Nick. I don't go switching to all the different things to see who's posting. So if you want to post things in chat to actually get some responses from us, join the Discord.
Go ahead. By all means, I always have the chat up, so I'm always seeing what's going on there. Kind of keep everybody.
Make sure you buy your shirts.
Yes. No, I get the chat, but I just get like the Discord chat. I don't get like all the other chats. I don't think they all feed through the same.
Oh, you don't get like the live chat?
I get the one that's like with the people from Discord.
Oh, I have Twitch on here.
Yeah, see, you guys got some people use Twitch, some people use Facebook. They don't put them all through the same thing.
Interesting.
So, and because Nick used to switch back and forth to all the different channels and figure out what's going on, and I'm not that adept. Or do I
do it either?
Or do I care? To be honest.
that's funny.
Wow, they were jacked to get him.
Yeah. No, Rossman wasn't, but it's all right. So where does Carolina go now?
I guess Smith.
Receiver?
I mean, they need everything, right?
Or do they take the next best offensive lineman?
Does Carolina need quarterback? Ooh, no, they don't go defense this early.
Oh, I said who said defense? I said the next best offensive lineman.
Which they say is Slater, but
Yeah.
Back end defense or lineman here.
Well, that's the other one I saw today. That there was a big line move on the first the first defensive lineman taken.
He's a big one. That's funny.
He said, Ross said, well, we need linemen too. It's not a sexy pick, but he's a big motherfucker.
Exactly.
I like that. Well, I'm going to have to cut out here too myself, guys.
Right.
I got some things I need to do, and then I'm going to be looking at live betting that NBA later. So I'll let you guys know if I see anything there. So
All right.
yeah, tag me. I'll jump on.
all
Yeah,
right. Yeah, you missed out on the Suns live bet yesterday, man. Me and Sir Charles, we cashed on that live bet, and good old Bowser was trying to get it, but he was 30 seconds too late.
The line moved on me. It went 3.5, and it was like, oh yeah, take it. And then it was like 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, and I was like, shit, I got 6.5. That's way too high.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right, Legion.
Go. Yeah, they have too many commercials.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right now as far as commercials.
So what's going on? Oh, he's gone. I'll look up myself. So, all right. So I know you gave us some good tennis picks today, Bowser. If you got anything to share with the peeps out there,
With what?
with the people watching, anything you want to share on tennis?
Let me look real quick.
Give them a little preview of upcoming serve and volley shows that we'll try to get together soon.
Yeah, I'll plug my show, NASCAR Report. Kansas is coming up.
Yeah, NASCAR Report, that'd be Saturday.
Yeah, we'll do it Saturday night, and it's the Kansas race that we've been cashing well. Last couple races, I've been studying.
Yeah. Does Logano have a chance?
He has a chance. I'm big on the Hendricks guys this weekend.
Okay. No, I think it was William Hill offered me Logano at like plus 1,500 or something.
That's not bad.
And then I can't remember. I'll ask you Sunday. It might have been Hamlin or something. Somebody was like at 2,400.
Yeah, Hamlin's always boosted.
All right. Somebody's on Washington.
Schedule release show. They do a show for everything, ESPN.
Yeah. Got nothing else to do. Well, this ninth pick could be interesting. If New Orleans wants to move up, they need to do it now.
J.C. Horn, wow.
I read some stuff today earlier that people are talking about Carolina taking him at this pick.
Well, I liked him for the Eagles.
Well,
I guess they're not getting him now. I don't think Surtain's going to be available at 12 either.
No, he'll go at 10 if he doesn't go here. And if New Orleans doesn't trade here, he'll go at 10 for sure.
I mean, it does fill a gap for them, though. It certainly fills a gap for them.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Now it leaves options, a lot of options here for Dallas. Or sorry, not Dallas, but Denver here at pick 9. Curious.
Do they go Fields?
They might.
you can't think that they're going to want that they think Bridgewater is going to be a long-term plan. And all the talk about them talking about Drew Lock, then you don't go on draft Bridgewater. You don't go on trade for Bridgewater.
Drew Lock's done. They're getting a quarterback.
Do they take Fields here?
Yeah, Fields sounds good.
The black Elway.
Well, it says linebacker. You think Micah Parsons then?
Micah Parsons.
Don't the Broncos already have the edge rushers on both sides? Don't they have like Chubbs or whatever? And
Bradley Chubb
and Von Miller. So I don't know if I see that linebacker coming from the Broncos here. I'm pretty stout defensively.
They could go Surtain's a possibility
to improve, but I would say I mean, because we know that that's their specialty. We know that it lies within their defense, right?
Right.
Offense.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, isn't it? If Vic Fangio's sitting there going, if this is my make or break year, why are you drafting me a quarterback? Give me at least a piece that I can win with.
And who are their receivers? I know they had that Patrick. And
they drafted a receiver last year. I can't remember what his name is.
Jerry Jeudy. Sorry, I was blanking.
Yeah.
Jeudy. Right? Jeudy,
Yep. Could line up a couple of Alabama guys at the wideouts.
I don't see that. No.
So who's left on your wish list for the Eagles there, Rye?
Surtain.
Oh, he's going to be gone. You got anybody else?
I'd like Micah Parsons.
Okay.
I'm more I want Rashad Bateman in the second round, wide receiver. Yeah, I think Surtain's going to either Denver or Dallas is going to grab him.
You know, but here's the thing, though. As much as you're down on the Eagles, at least you've gotten a Super Bowl recently.
Yeah, and look at us now.
But at least you got one. I mean, I was at the last playoff games. I was at the last playoff game the Lions ever won.
What was that? 90.
Well, fuck yeah. It was Barry Sanders. Eric Kramer was the quarterback. We had Barry Sanders. So I don't know when that was. Sometime in the 90s, I think.
Did you beat the Eagles?
No, we beat Dallas actually.
Yeah, there you go. Well done.
We beat Dallas actually.
All right, fellas. I think it's that time that I need to jump off here and find some dinner here. Until next time.
What are we eating?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Yeah, for dinner. Never
mind. You know what? It's undecided yet. I might do DoorDash or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Keep the option.
All right, have a good one.
All right, fellas.
Up, see ya. What do you want, Bobby? All right, so Mac Jones isn't going there. If I'm
Denver?
If I'm Mac Jones, I'm sitting there and I got to be almost thinking, this could work out good. I could end up in New England.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the best spot for him.
Yeah, my thought, if he wasn't going to San Francisco, then I'd want to go to New England. I mean, I thought those were the two best spots for him.
Oh, he's actually at the draft too?
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be like the whole, Rogers thing, or I don't know. There's some NBA players that were. I remember a few years ago they were at the draft and they just kept sitting there and sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. I don't know if it was football or basketball, but there was one draft where the guy was sitting there and he didn't even get drafted in the first round.
Well, who's taking a quarterback after the Patriots? Like if Denver doesn't take one and the Patriots don't take one, is another.
Oh, the Bears will at 20.
Bears, I guess. Bucks may.
If you got if Jones or Fields is on the board at 20, guarantee you, if they don't trade up before they get it, the Bears will take one. Bears will take one of those two.
Who is their quarterback now? Oh, Andy Dalton.
And Nick Foles.
Nick Foles is still there?
Yeah.
This guy's saying Washington football team at 19 wants a quarterback. Well, they're not going to take another Ohio State guy.
No.
Let's see what Denver does here. It takes so long. That's why I don't watch the draft.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, you're not that much younger than I am.
I'm 41. I'm about to be 42.
Ooh. Dallas is pissed.
Oh, I didn't see it yet. What did they get? Surtain?
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe Devontae Smith will fall to the Eagles.
So
I guess the Giants are going to get him.
But back in the day, when Denver made this, I think they made the Super Bowl that year with the Craig Morton at quarterback. They always had the big burly guy at the stadium that never wore a shirt, but always wore the big barrel. Do you remember that guy?
No,
he's a big bearded guy. It was like the first football. Yeah, he might have been a little because I might have only been 15 or 16 at the time. So yeah, it'd been probably before your time. But I think it's the first football game I ever went to because my birthday's depending on when Thanksgiving falls. Sometimes it falls on Thanksgiving. So for one of my birthdays, we went to a Lions game, and they played Denver. Cool. They played Denver, and that guy was in the stands in Detroit. Big guy. You used to always wear this big,
whiskey barrel.
It was
with the straps on it.
Yeah, with the straps on it. Yeah, with no shirt, the big orange hat, the big beard, big fat guy. Yeah.
Oh no, I missed it. Is that who they took? Surtain?
Yeah, they took Surtain.
I didn't even see it. I don't know. I guess then the Eagles.
Yeah.
Both these guys are going to drop.
Yeah. Who do you?
Who's Dallas taking now?
Good question.
See who's
I mean, Parsons. They want defense.
I don't know that they want defense.
Newsom.
Oh, you take the best available player. They're going to take Smith.
Or, well, that's right. Like today, like I said, I saw the line. The line for first defensive lineman have changed because for the whole I don't know, week and a half, I've been looking at the line. Everybody's saying QDP out of Michigan, which I don't know why anybody would draft that guy. I mean, he only had like 11 sacks in his whole career at Michigan. I mean, you never saw QDP. Yeah, you never saw the guy. But now today, Phillips now was like at minus 108 to be the first defensive lineman taken, and paid with
Eagles Sports Talk was talking about him, Quiddy. Like, why do you want a guy named Quiddy? As soon as he fucks up, everybody's gonna be saying, of course, his name's Quiddy. That guy gives up on a play. He's done in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. To me, it's another one of those Michigan guys. A lot of hype, but I just don't. I never saw it in all those years there. Trade alert. Oh, Dallas trades out. Oh, the Eagles are moving up.
What the hell? Why do they do that? So we're getting Devontae Smith. The Eagles are picking right now. They traded up with Dallas.
Yep, and the trade just came in.
They had the 6th pick. I don't understand. Let's see what they traded.
Well, I figured that, yeah.
I don't even have anything on my phone that he was trading. I want to know what they gave up. They were at 6.
They haven't said anything about what they gave up.
I don't have. Nothing came up. If we draft a quarterback,
Justin Fields. There you go.
I am going to be so mad. Oh boy. I think it's going to be Smith, but
yeah. Jump ahead of
at this point Giants? It better be him or Michael Parsons.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah. Mel agrees with you.
Slater's still on the board, but I
don't
want to.
Mel agrees with you. Mel Kiper says if you're going to jump from 12 to 10 and jump ahead of the Giants, it's got to be because you're taking Smith.
Yeah.
And yeah, Hurts, Hurts.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts connection.
Yeah. For whatever it's worth.
I mean, I like Jalen Hurts. I hope he succeeds. I preferred him to Carson Wentz. It says here that they're Philadelphia's still picking at 12.
Well, they just announced it on ESPN.
No, I see that they're picking.
Oh, okay.
But it also says they're still in the 12th position.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
I'm trying to see if. Yeah, nothing says.
Wait, here we go.
See, we don't draft linebackers, so.
All right. Basically, they swapped picks, and they traded a 3rd-round pick to Dallas.
Better be a good pick. Smith.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good trade if they got Smith.
From what's available, I guess that's what I like.
Yeah. I mean, it makes no sense to trade up for anybody else. Because you could
ridiculous.
Because you could get it. I mean, obviously, you don't think the Giant or the Cowboys would take Smith. The Giants would.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't see why you'd trade up for somebody else.
Make it wait so long. I like Riddick. He knows his shit.
Yeah. I mean, there were people in Detroit that wanted him to be the GM.
Who, Riddick?
Yeah.
I'd like to have him back in Philly.
I think the Cowboys will take Caleb Farley at 12.
So they just wanted a quarterback there.
There you go. Devontae Smith.
Let's see. At least this time he got what the fans wanted.
Hey, here's the thing. To be honest, I didn't think we'd go through this draft with both of us being happy.
Right?
I mean, I figured one of us would be unhappy.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're brutal in drafts. I think last year, Andre Dillard, and he's worthless.
Man, let's not talk about worthless drafts, mate. We took a fucking Okuda at number 3. Here's the thing, and we don't know. They didn't know, but it's because they're changing. It might be because he's going to change jerseys and go back to number 3 since they can change numbers.
Yeah.
But last week, the guy from I listened to in Detroit, Mike Valenti, he went on the NFL website to NFL Shop, and like the Okuda jerseys were all on clearance, and he was cracking up and the guy I never heard of, but some like probably 1950s, 60s Lions guy that's dead. His jersey was selling for more than a Okuda jersey. The number 3 pick in last year's draft. People that are no longer on the team, like Galladay and those guys, their jerseys are on clearance.
They're selling more
for more than an Okuda jersey. And Okuda's still on the team.
It's horrible.
This is a fate you have to be a Lions fan.
Well, I certainly am not one. Unless they're making me money that day, then I love the Lions.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when you're being a Lions fan, even if they're making you money, you can't love them.
I love them that day. Want to wrap this up then?
All right, sure. We made it to our teams. All right, guys. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up right now. It's good. The draft goes on for a while. A lot of time between picks. We lost some of our regulars here. Me and Rycap made it through the draft and made it through happy, which was probably a good plus money bet that wouldn't happen. So hey, maybe it's the start of a new thing. We got the NASCAR report. It's got a new time. It's gonna be Saturday. Rycap, do you have a time off the top of your head for that?
Nah, with 8-9, with 8-9 o'clock night.
Nighttime.
Okay. Is that all right? Yeah, I prefer nighttime.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll work that out night. No problem. So tune in for that. I mean, Rycape's been making some good money on those NASCAR picks and giving all those out for free. Maybe just check like the Discord, and you get some notifications when you have things going on. Probably some new shows coming up soon. And for everybody, have a good night. Let's cash some tickets. Right, Cape? Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah, get in the Insider's Room Discord. Let's cash some tickets.
Yeah,
we're giving
nice
free
shirt.
bets away all the time.
Nice shirt.
Yeah, you can buy one of these bad boys too.
All right. See ya. Thanks,
have a good night.
Thanks everybody for joining in. Sorry you can't go for the whole draft, but if you've ever seen my baseball shows when I do it alone, it kind of drags out. So we made it through the first top picks here. And everybody have a good night. Talk to you soon.